You are listening to the In Between Sales Calls podcast with Derek Shebby, episode 10. Welcome, everyone. What's your selling style? Have you figured out which one's right for you? You know, in sales, figuring out your sales style is similar to answering the question, what do I want to be when I grow up? There's so many options to choose from too, right? And they don't always work for every personality either. There's the hard closer, the assertive one that pressures the customer to make a decision. There's the over-explainer, the one that preemptively tries to answer everything a customer could be wondering with the hopes that it would speed things up by not having any objections or questions. There's the no-pressure salesperson, the one that does what the customer asks and refrains from putting any pressure on them whatsoever. There's the I'll be your best friend salesperson, the one that has a strategy of becoming friends with their customer and then winning the deal because of that. That's just a few of them. While growing up in my sales career, I witnessed many different types of selling styles, as I'm sure you're noticing right now as well. I want you to consider today's success habit as you continue to search how you best fit into this sales game. What if you didn't try to follow someone else's sales style? What if you just followed the directions? What if you just followed them better than anyone else? Today's success habit is to become a master of the sales basics. Become a master of the sales fundamentals, the essentials. Become a master of the sales process. Become a master of following the directions. What grade would you give yourself on the basics? Well, here's an example. If I gave you the price objection right now, how would you do? Now, wait a minute. Just being able to respond to that objection doesn't mean you did a great job with it. You were taught, hopefully, how to respond to the statement, I'm sorry, we're going with the other vendor. You were taught, hopefully, how to respond to the objection, I'm not interested. Just how good are you at responding to those, though? Are you a 10 out of 10? Be honest. Is there any reason you shouldn't be a 10 out of 10? That's a serious question. I'm going to make a comparison to sports here, okay? So for those of you that know sports, you're going to love it. For those of you that don't, just try to stay with me. The best athletes out there don't try to figure a new way of doing something. They just work on becoming amazing at the basics. Take Steph Curry, for example. He's a basketball player for the Golden State Warriors. He recently signed a $200 million contract to play basketball. I'm going to say that again. He just signed a $200 million contract to play basketball. Is he 7 feet tall? Nope, he's 6'3". Well, what makes him so great? Well, he's considered to be the best ball shooter of all time. Yes, of all time. That's out of 75 years of the National Basketball Association. 75 years, and the person right now is the best. He shattered the record for 3 points made in one season, and he did it a couple times as well. His pre-game warm-ups involve ball handling drills, dribbling. He shoots 500 shots a day during the off-season, every day, and shoots 250 shots per day during the season. He's making the money and living his dream because he just focused on becoming the best at the basics. Shooting the ball. Nothing fancy. Just being great at shooting. A 3-point shot isn't a fancy shot. It's part of the game. It's a normal shot. He just focused on becoming great at shooting. Look at every sport out there, or every activity out there. You'll find that the ones that exceed everyone else, the ones who are the best and the top in their game, they are masters at the basics. They don't make it fancy. They don't make it complicated. They don't try to reinvent the wheel. They practice the basics. They follow the directions. One of my sales mentors and good friends, John Tamoy Piao, was always the best role model for me growing up in my career. While other salespeople in our company were trying to do things their way and trying to be fancy using the latest techniques, John was always vanilla. He followed the direction. He followed what the book said to do. He followed what he was taught to do. It wasn't glamorous. It wasn't sexy, but it was extremely effective. He was one of the best salespeople and sales leaders I've ever learned from. Just like Steph Curry, he was a master at the basics. He didn't try to reinvent the wheel. He just wanted to be the best at doing what he was taught. He just wanted to be the best at following the directions. He just wanted to be better than anyone else at the sales basics and in handling that price objection. And he was. It was no shocker that he also made more money than all of us. So back to you. What would happen if you just stopped searching for a different way, another angle, someone else's perspective? What would happen if you just focused on becoming amazing at following the directions your sales leadership says will lead to success in your business? What would happen if you just focused on being better than everyone else at the sales basics? How much better could you become? That's it for episode 10. Thank you for letting me join you on your sales journey. See you next time. Hey, if you enjoyed listening to this podcast, then you have to come check out my free 5-day sales training course of my proven Sales in 21 Days program. I designed it to help you make more money in sales. Whether you're looking for a fast start or just looking to sharpen your skills, you can't afford to miss it. Come get free access today over at www.salesin21days.com. That's www.salesin21days.com. I'd love to have you join the program. See you there.